Hi guys, it's Nicole here. I thought I'd have another go at doing a tutorial. This time it's a mushroom house. Now it's a fairly basic one because I figure that, it's best to do something that's like a blank canvas and you can put your own touches to it depending on, the sort of decorative style that you like. So with the first circle, all you're going to do is do 3, then 2, then 1, 1, 2, and then 3, and that's just repeated till you join up, and so you've got a circle there. Now I'm building on the side of a hill, so of course I've just got to build up the back of it, and that initial circle will be 2 blocks high, and then you'll step in 1 block and actually do a row of 3 blocks high. And hopefully that'll make sense a little bit later on. So this is how it should look so far. And then the next one is to step in and you're going to do 4 blocks high. So in a minute you'll be able to actually see what I mean by you'll have a circle that's 2 high, a slightly smaller one that's 3, and then a slightly smaller one that's 4 high, and you can see it there. And then you go in 1 and you're going to want to go up 7 blocks. So basically we're just doing a tapering stem. When it's finished, this mushroom will stand about, I'd say, 50 blocks high, so it's a fairly reasonable height. You'll probably also notice as I'm going up now that one of the corners I don't actually take all the way up. So it's just, you can see it just there. And I'll point it out again as I go around. So I don't actually continue up this line in the corner. See, I'll just do it 1 block up. And I think that just sort of helps it to look a little more rounded, I guess, as far as the stem goes. So I just do that 1 block up there. And that's what you've got so far. So it's, starting to take shape. And then you're going to come in 1 block and you'll go up 9 blocks high. So it's getting smaller, the rings, as we go up. And so it's a bit quicker. And that's how it's looking at the moment. It's quite a quick build, really. And then you'll go in another block again and you're going to go up 12 blocks this time. So you're getting close to the top of the mushroom. So now you're going to count up 6 blocks and then place the red mushroom. And you do 1 line around and then come out 1 more. And then you're just going to go up underneath and come out 1 block. And just sort of stagger it out. And then you'll just come along underneath and just take out the blocks that, were in the bottom there. And that's how it looks so far. Now this is when we start doing the cap at the top. So you're going to just come out 20 blocks. And you do it from the centre, and you just keep doing 20 blocks out. And this works really well. It works incredibly well for whatever size mushroom you want to do. It just sort of gives you a nice even cap, and you can do it smaller or larger. Then I just put the red on the outside. And that's how it looks so far. And then you're going to do 2 blocks either side. So you've got 5 blocks all up. And then you'll stagger it back 1, and you've got 3, and then 2, and then another 2, and another 2. And you just repeat that on the other side. And once you've done that, you'll do it again. And if you do that 4 times, then you're very close to having a circle at the top of the mushroom. And then it's just a matter of filling it in between. So there's all 4. So it doesn't take much now to join it all up. So you're just pretty much going to do 1 block now. And this is where you find out whether or not you've done it the right size. So there you go. And then you just repeat around the rest of the mushroom. And that's how it should look. So now all you're going to do is just build up on the top 2 blocks high. And then you're going to come underneath and do 1 block in. And go around. So that looks quite effective. Then you're just going to do the same thing on the top. And then you're going to do another block up. And the next line is not actually going up, it's just going back. So here, so we're going 1 block in, I guess. So level with that last layer that you've done, and just sort of keep track of where you're putting it, because it is really easy to lose track, and then you can sort of go off center a bit. And once you've done that line, you're going to do quick look around. Obviously you don't need to do that. And then you're just going to do another line of blocks. And just keep an eye on where you're putting them, because it is really easy to lose track of where you're putting them. And yeah, you can go off centre fairly easily. And then after you do this round, you're going to go up one. So that's, really taking shape. So you're very nearly there. So now you're just going to go up one block. So that just gives it a little bit more of a curve. And then you're just going to fill in the top. I just put a line through it like that just to make it less monotonous, I guess, when it comes to filling in large sections. But I mean, you can do it how you like. And then once you're done with the cap, you'll see here, you can really see that shadow. It's really dark. I really don't like that. So I found, for me, the only way to sort of dissipate it a little bit is to do a line around the edge of the cap and then put glass in there. And it's funny because it only occurred to me when I was doing this one that you could actually use red stained glass and it would probably look quite good. But you can see at the bottom there how much it's, allowed that area to be lit up. I usually do a couple of these on the cap. The one that's a little bit closer to the centre just sort of lights up the stem of the mushroom a bit more. You can see where I've tried one earlier and it just wasn't quite far enough out, so I'm doing another one now, just to open it up a little bit more. And yeah, it's amazing the difference it makes just doing that. I'm just going to fill this one in now. And it really lights up the underneath of the mushroom considerably. So you can see here that I'm working underneath and it's really quite light now. So all you're doing is just continuing the stem up to the underneath of the cap. And then you're just going to continue the gills up to just so they touch the underneath of the cap. I don't usually worry about doing too many, otherwise it tends to look a little bit cramped underneath there. So I tend to do two in between these main ones. You can see they're done. So now I'm just doing the two in between. So that's just 2, 2, 2, 2. And then you just build it down to the same level as the others. And 2, 2, 2. And so once you've done these, it's pretty much just rinse and repeat for the rest of the gills underneath. And then we're going to do a porch at the front. So we're really close to being done. So that's the door. So you're going up 4, basically. And then you're going to get the red and just going to go up one more level, so it's 5. And then, start with the red. Too high. And then just step it out for a little bit of a curve at the front. Now I have left this really plain. Like I said at the start, I think, it's good if you can add the details that you want to add. I'm on an old version, obviously, so there's a lot of decorative things that I don't have. So I figure, it's good to let you guys do what you want to do as far as that goes. And then you're just going to step back. And you just keep stepping up and going back one. And you've got the last layer at the top. Just change those 3 over. And we're really close now. There's just a few windows and there's the door. So again, it's really plain. But there's a lot of aesthetic stuff that I imagine that you can do to add to it. I've just used a good old trapdoor. I also just do white concrete on the side just to make it look a little less, the same. But I mean, you could put a little window in there as well. And that's the little porch. Then we've pretty much just got some windows to do and we're done. I use this window design a lot, I've got to say. It looks good aesthetically, but it's also quite easy to change. So just using steps. You also use gates and posts, but you can change that around. You don't necessarily have to have the windows on each side around the mushroom. I did on this level, and I also, on the level up, I actually had them on each side as well, and I think it just looked a little bit too much. So the next level up, I only did one on the front and one on the back. I've done these 2 windows just a little bit different to the other ones. So they've got 3 steps at the bottom rather than a step and 2 gates. So they just look a little plainer, I guess. And I forgot to put my flower in the pot on the windowsill, but anyway. So that's pretty much done, apart from if you want to put like a few floors in the mushroom, you can. You've got the windows there. And it looks quite effective, actually. And just fill it in, but you've just got to work out how to do the stairway. It's a shroom with a view. That was terrible. Yeah, so I don't know how you work out a stairway there, but it can be done, I'm sure. And that is it. I thought I'd just do a little bit of a tour of my mushroom village. I actually call it Shroom Haven, and it's one that I've been working on for quite a long time. But you can see there's lots of different sized mushrooms, but pretty much working on that same principle that I used for the tutorial that I've just done. Apart from, there's a couple there that you can see. There's one that's on a bit of a lean, but I'll show that in a sec. So that's the biggest mushroom, is massive, really. That's my skyscraper. But I haven't done any of the interiors, and yeah, that's not my thing, I'm afraid. Not my strong point. And here's the mushroom that's on a bit of a lean. So there's only 2 of those that don't sort of follow that same system that I used for the tutorial. And it looks quite pretty at night. I struggled a bit to come up with some kind of lighting that sort of fit in with the whole mushroom theme, so I ended up just putting redstone lamps inside these smaller mushrooms, so they're just a mushroom lamp, and I think it works quite well. Anyway, it's time to go now, so I really hope that you've enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun doing this tutorial, and yeah, I hope you actually have a go at making it and see what you end up doing. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you later. Bye.